Hello there, this is Yana and welcome back to another Hero Arts video. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so why not make a few love-themed cards? You can give one not only to your sweetheart, but also to a friend. Not all cards in this video are going to be for Valentine's Day. They can be used as everyday cards as well. You're watching the Color Layering series, and in this episode, we're taking a closer look at the Color Layering Swan stamp set from Hero Arts, using inks and embossing powders to make our cards. For my first project, which I've already started here, I wanted to create a bold and beautiful background. So I stamped the Flowers for Coloring Bold Prints background stamp in Versamark embossing ink on dark blue cardstock. I love this background stamp, and it is perfect for just that, coloring. Of course, you can use it for other kinds of backgrounds with some ink blending perhaps, but today I really wanted to color it. I love the look of colored pencils on a dark background, so I reached for my Polychromos colored pencils by Faber-Castell, and I did some quick coloring of the background. I wanted to add touches of gold, so I colored many leaves and dots on this background gold. It does shine a little bit as you tilt it in the light. I also wanted to add lots of various shades of pink. So for many of the flowers on this background, I used several pink pencils. I was aiming for simpler coloring with less blending and minimum color use, as I didn't want to spend hours on this background. Coloring a background like this can literally take you several hours. There's nothing wrong with spending that much time on a card if you feel like it, but I was aiming for a simpler and faster card idea. Whenever I was unsure about the pencil color that I had pulled, I flipped my paper to the back and I tested pencil color on the back of that panel. It's a little trick that I use every time when I'm not sure how the pencil is going to perform on specific color or type of cardstock. So I just tested on the back of my panel without using another piece of same cardstock. Having colored this background, I moved on to stamping the focal image for this card, a gorgeous swan. Here, I pulled out my mini MISTI tool. I feel it's a must-have stamping tool when you are creating with the color layering stamps. It helps not only to get great ink coverage, but also perfect alignment. I used navy ink for the outline layer. I just adore this dark, deep blue color, and I often use it in my card making. For the detail layer, and this stamp set, by the way, has just two layers to it, an outline and a detail, so I used a lighter blue color pool for the detail layer. I really love this swan image. It's very delicate, like a true swan would be. I also used the same pool color to stamp the beak of the bird. And next, I die cut the image out with the help of a coordinating die. I had envisioned this card with a gorgeous swan in the center of my beautiful panel and a simple sentiment next to it. I gold heat embossed one that reads, "Smile, beautiful," and I feel it's a very fitting message for a card like this. I used stamps and a die from the Smile Stamp and Cut set from Hero Arts. And because swans are often pictured wearing a crown, I made a little crown for my swan to wear on this card. You'd be surprised to know what I actually used to make the crown. It's this tiny flower image. It's actually a cactus flower from the Color Layering Armadillo set. The size and the shape of this image had worked perfectly for this swan. After foam mounting my images onto the background, I adhered the background panel onto an A2 white side-folding card base to finish my card. For my card idea number 2, I was itching to try heat embossing. Swans are usually white. Of course, there's a black swan from time to time, but I was keen to try and create a white swan for my card. I decided a white swan would look best on colored background, so I picked a light pink one, and after inking the outline image with clear embossing ink, Versamark, I had stamped the image in the center of my panel. My Versamark ink pad has seen better days, so it's all dirty, and hence the stamped image on the panel ended up looking a bit muddy. But once I had covered it with embossing powder, I used white embossing powder from Hero Arts and heat set it, you couldn't really see that imperfect stamped image. It was all pure white. I had envisioned this card, or rather this background, as a gorgeous lake at dawn or sunset with unusual colors all around it, and hence the pink water. I'm not sure how real that would be, but that's what I had in mind and what I went with. After all, cards don't always have to picture our reality accurately. They can be whimsical and fairy tale-like. For my detail layer, I used Hero Art's Satin White Pearl Embossing Powder. If you've not used this product before, you are seriously missing out, as this embossing powder will give you the coolest effects on paper. It's not quite white, it's not clear, it has gorgeous pearlescent shine to it that traps the color of whatever background is underneath it. It softens it up and it adds shine to it. It's just gorgeous. What's really cool about the Swan layering stamp set is that there's a stamp that is the swan's reflection in the water. I decided that I would heat emboss this image in the same white satin pearl embossing powder to match with the detail layer of my swan. The result, once again, super gorgeous. And I really love that the reflection is not perfect. It has water lines in it. It looks very lifelike. To finish this card, I stamped and heat embossed a few additional images from the Color Layering Swan set. I stamped a few water lilies in Rose Madder hybrid ink. Not a lot of people know this, but hybrid ink is actually alcohol marker friendly, and this means that you can color over these stamped images with your Copics or other alcohol markers. I didn't want to use black for stamping here, as I wanted my card to remain very soft, and I feel like using black would have been too harsh here. I used just two pink colors, RV10 and RV00, to simply color these, and next I cut them out using a coordinating die. I also made a crown for this swan. It really looked like it was fitting to add one to this card, and once I had everything ready, I foam mounted images in place, finishing my card front. For my final card idea, I wanted to create a lake full of swans. I've already stamped and die cut several, and to stamp them, I used Hero Art's charcoal ink for the outline layer and Hero Art's wet cement color for the detail layer. This gave me beautiful white swans with gray shading. For the beaks, I used soft pink color. Gray always goes beautifully with pink, so it looked really nice in the end. I used my coordinating die and die cut two remaining swans for my card. I wanted to have a big flower on this project to make it look like as if my swan was behind it. So I stamped a gorgeous mum from the Hero Florals Mum stamp set in intense black ink, and next colored it very light pink using my Copic markers again. I used RV00, RV10, and RV23 colors to add some vibrant touches of pink. I didn't worry about coloring the stem, as I wasn't planning on using it for this card. I cut the image out using a coordinating die. Next, I cut the stem off using my scissors, and I arranged everything as I had planned. Next, to spice up my background, I dry embossed dark gray cardstock panel using a stencil from the Petals stencil pair set. The design of this stencil looks like drops of water, and it goes perfectly with my card design here. I foam mounted the die cut images in place and added Valentine's Day sentiment that reads, "You are my Valentine every single day." This sentiment comes from the new All My Love Decorative Hearts set, also from Hero Arts. I also used a few sequins from the Champagne Sequin Mix to embellish this card. It's one of my favorite mixes, and I feel like I'm using it all the time. I hope this video has given you some stamping ideas to try with your color layering stamp sets from Hero Arts. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.